I have a pretty special guitar here. I know I say they're all special, and they are. They're all special to me. But this one is extra special because it has this wood in it. That is wood from the tree. And that is 2 capital letters. The has a capital T. And tree also has a capital T. The tree. It's a Honduras mahogany tree that's gained quite a reputation because of its stunning figure. Something that you just don't see every day. The tree is a giant. I won't get into the whole history of the tree, but the tree was a giant tree. There's a lot of wood out there from it, and not all of it is as figured as other parts. Most of it's very, very figured. But this part, I've never seen wood that looks like this in person. It looks tortoisey. The depth, I know I'm not going to be able to show it on the video as well as I'd like to. But when you look at it, it's almost as if it is 3-dimensional, and you can't believe that when you reach down and touch it, that it's actually a smooth surface. So backs and sides are the tree, and also the neck. So I was a little skeptical when I got this wood because it doesn't have much tap tone. In fact, it doesn't have any. It's sort of like cardboard, which is not usually what I look for in wood to make a guitar out of. So I approached it with a grain of salt. I was afraid to bend it because it's really expensive, and it's all. So imagine that the cells of a wood, the cells of the tree, are like a bunch of drinking straws, and they're all running. This a perfectly plain quarter sawn piece of mahogany. You have these cells that are running along like drinking straws. They're parallel to the surface of the wood, and those long straws create flexibility and strength. When you get a really convoluted pattern like this, a really convoluted figure, you can imagine that those straws run through the board like this. They're wavy. And then when the board is sawn, you cut those straws. So you're cutting them in half so that there are empty, hollow tubes. Some of them, when you look into it, if you look and you see the dark parts of the wood, you're looking down into the tubes. And when you are looking at the shiny, bright parts, you're looking at the edges, the walls of the tubes, which is why on a figure like this, it reverses when you turn it around 180 degrees. So that's not exactly conducive to strength and lightness, which is the thing I'm always looking for in a guitar. So as I said, I approached this with a grain of salt. If that's a saying, grain of salt. Sounds all right. Skeptically. Anyway, I was amazed with the outcome of this instrument. Coupled with a 50-year-old Sitka spruce top, the big body, feather light build, and this thing just booms. It's a cannon. Also has quite a long decay. So not only was I surprised that it produced such a good tone, but I'm surprised at the length of the decay, which you don't expect from mahogany. Now this tree, the wood itself is really hard. And that's different from stiff. Like the board, the back and sides were like, but if you took off a little fragment and put it between your teeth, it was hard. It's brittle and glassy, and I'm saying this accounts for the refraction and long decay inside the body. It also points to something that I've been saying all along, which is 90%, well, I don't know what percentage, a large percentage of the voice of the guitar comes from the top. The back and sides contribute, but they're not nearly the player that the top is. Let me play a little bit on this. Bluegrass, because it's a dreadnought. yeah, it makes you want to play songs that you can really reef on the bass notes. Anyway, the wood is beautiful beyond compare. My customer chose a green purfling, which I think really works nicely with the sort of reddish orangish tone of the back and sides. Gold hardware, Evo gold frets. This is a nice guitar. So it's going home to Scotland. So thanks for watching the Wilborn Treehorse, which is a warhorse made with the tree. All right, take care.